Thank you. Right. Welcome to my kitchen. I'll just go and turn down the music. Excuse me, I have a thing about music from the American Civil War period. I'm a great lover of it. And today seems a day when the poetry of Walt Whitman feels appropriate. Feels like it might be a good thing to read some, welcome people who are interested, no matter what country you're from. You may or may not have a vote in the United States. I wouldn't say Eamon McShay has a vote in the United States. Eamon, excuse me for making that, but California, Rocky, you're up fairly early. Wendy, hello, you're very welcome. So the Walt Whitman show is going to be a gathering of people, and I'll read to you some poetry by Walt Whitman, and we can have a little chat about it. And we can have a little chat about anything, really, but I thought that Walt Whitman, who is the greatest of the American poets, would be a good person to read right now. And hello, Wendy, thank you very much. Yeah. It's now it's 20 to 1 in Ireland. Coming up to 1 o'clock in the day in Ireland. That means it's what is it? 8 and 5. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Walt Whitman is my favourite poet. Yes, Walt Whitman is my favourite poet. Walt Whitman lived in the 19th century. No one's ever told me that before, Crow. No, you're the very first person in the whole world who's actually pointed out that there's a resemblance between me and a very successful American. Yeah. Yes, it's 7:41 on the east coast of the United States. Yeah. That means that it's something like, does that mean that it's 8:41 in Chicago? And James, you're from just down the road. Lovely, lovely. Well, look, you all came for Walt Whitman. You didn't come for me. So I'm going to read you some Walt Whitman. And I'm going to read you from this book. This is the life's work of Walt Whitman. And that's what he looks like. That photograph was taken in 1892 or 1891, just before Walt Whitman died. Walt Whitman was born in the United States. He was born in New York. He was born in Long Island, and in 1819, and he died in Camden, New Jersey, in 1892. And he wrote all his poetry, put the whole lot into a book called Leaves of Grass, which began as a small publication in 1855 and ended up as a big thing at the time of his death. So the background to the Walt Whitman show is that I've been reading Periscope, all of Leaves of Grass, the whole lot of it from the beginning. And so I'm going to just carry on with where we've got to already in Leaves of Grass. And you live 20 minutes from Camden, New Jersey. Wow! 20 minutes from where Walt Whitman lived from about 1873 or 4. Wow. Amazing. So what I'm going to do is read you some short poems by Walt Whitman. And I imagine for some of you, you won't know Walt Whitman's work. So I'm going to read them slowly, and I'm going to read each poem twice. So there'll be a chance for them to sink in. Most of the poems I'm going to read are a lot shorter than Walt Whitman's usual poems. So the first one, if you're ready, is called Thought. The first poem is called Thought by Walt Whitman. And this is how it goes. Of obedience, faith, adhesiveness, as I stand aloof, and look, there is to me something profoundly affecting in large masses of men following the lead of those who do not believe in men. So here's a thought by Walt Whitman. I'll read it again. Thought of obedience, faith, adhesiveness. As I stand aloof and look, there is to me something profoundly affecting in large masses of men following the lead of those who do not believe in men. Right. Quite a political thought, eh? Quite a political thought. Goodness knows how you'll apply that to current day politics, but it feels like as if it might be a good one. Great for the election day. Jill says, wow, blind following the blind. What I love is that we can each take different things from the poem. I'll read it one more time because it's so short and because one or two people have arrived. Of obedience, faith, adhesiveness. As I stand aloof and look, there is to me something profoundly affecting in large masses of men following the lead of those who do not believe in men. Fabio Vara, I'm reading poetry by Walt Whitman, the greatest of the American poets, 19th century poet, and this is the photograph of Walt Whitman. And so I'm continuing on, right? So that's the first one. And you love that nightingale. Yes, well, good. Lovely. Very pleased to hear that. And welcome to you all. Welcome to Ireland. Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Paul. I'm a poet. I write myself. I read. I love the poetry of Walt Whitman. And practically since not long after Periscope was born, I've been reading the poetry of Walt Whitman on Periscope. So the next one is Visored, V-I-S-O-R, apostrophe D, Visored. It's a short poem, 4 lines. A mask, a perpetual natural disguiser of herself, concealing her face, concealing her form, changes and transformations every hour, every moment, falling upon her even when she sleeps. A short poem called Visored. And the first time you hear it, it goes right past, I bet you, or if you're anything like me, it'll go right past you. So let me read it to you again and see what you think. Yeah. A mask, a perpetual natural disguiser of herself. A perpetual natural disguiser of herself. Concealing her face, concealing her form, changes and transformations every hour, every moment, falling upon her even when she sleeps. Falling upon her even when she sleeps. So it's a mask, a natural disguiser of herself. Disguises her face, disguises her body. It changes and transforms every hour, every moment, and it falls upon her even when she sleeps. Okay, pretty ambiguous. Abby, let's read another poem by Walt Whitman. These are all short poems. All short poems. Sounds like a snail. Oh, right. Interesting. Wow. There's an interesting interpretation, Tam. Yes. Okay, here's another thought. Another thought. Right. Listening while you work. That's a great thing to do. Handy. Okay, here's another thought by Walt Whitman. Of justice. As if justice could be anything but the same ample law, expounded by natural judges and saviours, and if it might be this thing or that thing, according to decisions. Right. Goodness knows what that meant. Goodness knows, I haven't a clue. Let's have another go at it and see what this is about, right? It's a thought. It's just the kind of thing poets do. They jot down bits of things that they're thinking about. Little things that they're thinking about. They jot them down. So here we go. Of justice. The poem is called Of Thought. So let's see what it consists of. This is a thought of justice. As if justice could be anything but the same ample law, expounded by natural judges and saviours. As if it might be this thing or that thing according to decisions. As if it could be this thing or that thing according to decisions. Funnily enough, it reminds me at this moment in time of the seat that is vacant in the US Supreme Court and has been vacant for a judge for some time. So it's kind of funny that should justice interpreted by men. Yeah, thanks. Shortcake I am. Thank you very much. Yeah. Judgment, yeah. Another poem by Walt Whitman. Another one. This is called Gliding O'er All. Gliding over all. Gliding o'er all, through nature, time and space, as a ship on the waters advancing, the voyage of the soul, not life alone, death, many deaths I'll sing. Gliding o'er all, gliding over everything. Gliding o'er all, through nature, time, and space, as a ship on the waters advancing, the voyage of the soul, not life alone, death, many deaths I'll sing. Whitman used that phrase, I'll sing, right from the very beginning of the whole of Leaves of Grass. If you go right back to the beginning,